Hello everyone, sorry I didn't put out a video Monday, of course this is TL, and Tuesday I play D&D, so I don't normally put out videos on Tuesday, but this is Monday's video for RPG Maker MZ. As you see, we already have our little test game open. So I was going to go over, so last video we went over essentially not so much how to make these maps, but how to set up the enemies. So if I go to edit, I have this one set just by weight for the entire map. And then for this one, I have it set by range. So if I click here and I click region, these are all have regions on them. 1, 2, or 3. And so if I hit edit, this is 2, this is 2, this is 2, this is 3, 2, and 1, and this is just 3. So this is where we could encounter these different things. So we did that last episode, and I have gone over how to set up the tile sets, and some basic stuff. So this is our main dude that we've already made, because I went over how to import some stuff for the character generator. So next we're going to go over, we're just going to start with each one of these. So in the actor category, you have the person's name, nickname, class, initial level, max level. You can type their bio in here. Their equipment would be their initial starting equipment is here. Their face image, their character image, and their SV battler. And then if they've got any special skills or parameters or anything like that. So on to classes. It comes preloaded with Swordsman, Sorcerer, Priest, Knight, Martial Artist, Magic Swordsman, Hunter, and Bandit. We're gonna change these. Warrior, Mage, Healer, Monk. That's fine. Archer. Well, seems like a rogue. But if you were going to make your own class, so we're just going to change this to 9. So you go down here, and you would make a new class. So we're going to call this Villain. Or Villain. So you can leave, I don't really leave the SP and XP parameters all fine. You can change them as needed. And change their evasion rate. So I normally go ahead and delete anything after the last EXP parameter, which is the critical rate. First thing I do is I just double click. So I'm double clicking in the parameter curves. I'm just double clicking HP. And you can do the quick settings. So A is the highest, B is, a little lower, C, D, and E is the absolute lowest. So we're just gonna go to C, or you can say level 1 and you can put in a value and you can hit generate curve. So for instance, if I want 450, I hit this, and you can hit normal. You can make it normal, fast, normal, or slow. So level 1 they start at 450. This they would end at this, and you hit OK, and it will generate your curve. Same for MP. I'm just going to set these all to C. And hit OK. Max level is still 99. So you would go here next, and then you would set up... Okay, so they can have... What kind of weapons can they have? We're going to say the villain can have a sword, and then... a bow. We'll say sword and a bow. We're going to say they can have light armor, and general armor, and then, so we've got those. If you want them to dual wield, you can click dual wield, and you would just click OK. So maybe they dual wield their swords. So I'm actually going to get rid of their bow. I'm going to say they dual wield swords. Skill. Yeah, special skills. Click apply, and then you can put learnable skills, and you can put what level, and then like you can put like double attack, and then put maybe level 5, they learn that. So dual attack and double attack. So I'll say they have those, and you can expand on these. So for instance, the warrior has strong attack / willpower, first aid, dual attack, and spin crash. So 2, 5, 8, 12, 15, and 20. Of course, you can change what levels these are learned. Maybe you want them to start off with something. The mage and how they learn their spells. Of course, I would expand this to where they would eventually learn all of the fire spell, like all of the spells. Right now they only know fire, the fire spells essentially. But maybe they know all of the, so if I go down here, so maybe they know Ice 1 at level 1, maybe they also know Blizzard is a higher one, so they wouldn't know that one yet. Maybe they know Thunder at level 1. Maybe they know... Essentially give them all of the... Water is a little bit higher. But essentially you could make them know, like, the different elements. To where they could go through, and then you just click apply. Same for the healer. So they know heal, cure, armor bless, weapon bless right off the bat. And then level 3 they learn a lot, and then level 5 they learn some more, level 8, and so forth. So I would make sure they would eventually know all the healing magics and all of that. The knight knows like protect, and armor pierce and that kind of stuff. The monk knows essentially a bunch of monk attacks. The magic swordsman knows all of like strong attack / and all of this. The archer knows a bunch of archery moves. These seem like a bunch of rogue-like moves, so that's why I renamed it Rogue. But that's that. And these are the skills, so you can go through and change these. Attack and guard, and then this is reserved, but then these are all stuff that, like, the enemy can do. Or you can do. But a lot of these are stuff that you're like, okay, this is essentially what it does. And then healing magic, poison, blind, confuse, some blesses and some curses, of course fire, and different types of stuff, the nuke, swordsman attacks, priest and sorcerer, some extra attacks that they can probably know, knight attacks, bandit attacks, martial art attacks, hunter attacks. So they even left you some room to where you can actually go ahead and just add some more skills, so you don't have to completely redo the skills database. So like they left room in between in case you wanted to make a Spark 4 or Thunder 4 or Water 3. So they left, actually, they also left a space just so it looks nicer as well. But you can also just add things to this list. So, in Greatly Restores, removes dead 100%, removes dead 100%, so this is 10, divide by 2, divide by 10, and this, maybe you make a raise 3, for instance, so maybe raise 3, and you keep the same image, and HP recover, and then you would remove state dead 100%. You just can click casts, so it'll automatically know what this 1% and this 2% is. This is an ally, this is 1, they have to be dead for this to work. So certain hit, and you can go down here and you can hit revive 2, and you can hit OK. So that's the animation, and you can put, how this says raises an ally from the dead and greatly restores their hit point, their HP. You can copy this, paste this, and put restores their HP, and you can click apply. That's the easiest way to do a skill. So items at the top, they have reserved. Here they have recovery items, so potion, super potion, full potion, magic water, stimulant, dispel herb, antidote, miracle drop, elixir, specialty items, and then enhancement items. And of course you can increase this list. You can change maximum and say you want like 50 items, because maybe you have key items. So maybe down here you know, put dash dash dash, key items, because maybe you have some key items in your games. So if they can't use it, hit no, hit key item. So here we'll put key item, we'll put no, put none. And then maybe they're getting, like, crystals, but maybe they're broken. So we'll maybe call this, like, the light crystal. Maybe they have to restore. So this crystal used to hold the magic of light. It needs to needs to be restored. And you can hit apply. And that's a simple key item. So if you look up here at like a potion, restores 500 hit points. So regular item, how much it costs. Is it consumable? This would be yes. Who you can use it on, one ally, always. The animation, and then over here under the effects, you would put whatever this item does. So this one, for instance, recovers HP, it recovers 500. Maybe if you didn't want it to be 500 but a certain percentage, you would just hit edit and you could do a percentage type. So if you wanted like 20% of HP, and then 50%, and then 100%, you can do that. Recover MP, gain TP, add states, remove states, parameters, and others. Weapons, so they started off with a good deal. I'm just going to go ahead and change that. So they have a short sword, long sword, falcon, and so forth. So short sword, it says sword, and you know all this, so its description, its name, its icon, what type it is, how much, what animation it has, parameter changes, and these. And you'll notice pretty much none of the parameters change. So I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to make a wooden sword. And we're just going to give it that animation, and then do this sword, put the bracket, put sword. This is a wooden practice. That's not how practice is spelled. It's okay, sword. Sword. We'll say it increases the attack by 4. Give it a price of like 25. Because it's cheap. It's a wooden sword. So I'm actually going to go back up here. Change his weapon to a wooden sword. And hit OK. And hit apply. And then if we go to armor, so it already starts you out with a bunch of armors, a bunch of shields, a bunch of helmets, a bunch of accessories. So in this instance, it has, you know, linen clothing, leather vest, adventurous clothing, and so forth. And if you look at it, for instance, let's go to leather. It says general equipment, linen clothing, so what it is, description, icon, general armor, price, body, how much it increases defense, and there's nothing else here. And that's pretty much gonna be the same. So all you would do is the same for the weapons as the armor. Is if you want to, you can delete all this if you want to completely change it. But you would go through and you would say, okay, for instance, I'm going to go all the way down here to the bottom and just, I'm going to just put, that way we have some space. We're just going to call these common, it's not common, clothes, and we're going to give it this, 25, body 1, maybe. And then you just click apply, and then maybe instead of that, he has common clothes. Apply, click OK. Maybe you need to click OK. Although that does show me. I don't want the dividers showing up when I'm trying to pick out equipment, so just get rid of that. So that's very simply how to set up those things. And again, very simple. So he's a warrior, and he has a wooden sword. I am gonna put an event here, and change gold increase. And then, since I want this to be a one-time event, I just need to find it. So this I would use a control switch and just do got gold. So so all I did was so I went in. So I went in, double clicked. I went to the event, double clicked here, so that way it would bring up an event menu. Changed the gold to 500. Put in some text saying they got their savings. Double clicked. Game progression, control switch. Clicked here, gave it a name. Got gold. So we're going to turn that on. And then this is just going to simply activate got gold. And it's just going to show text. You already got your savings. Make sure this is the same as characters. So now he's got that. And maybe right here there is a little dude. Maybe this little dude. You know, I like this dude. And he is going to say would you like to see my wares? And you'll have the option of yes or no. And then I'm clicking 3, click shop processing. He will have potion. It's really all a magic water. And he'll have short sword. And he'll have linen clothing. And a leather vest. Click apply, click OK. There's a little... Let's actually move him closer to the road. There's a little merchant dude. So I would set him up with a stall. Yeah, we can do that. Just change that to above characters, that way that works proper. Of course, we're gonna hit save. And then we'll hit play. Ah! One sec, guys. Ooh. Turn down the music there, guys. Alright, so here we go. Come here. You got your savings. You already got your savings. So, it says I have 500 gold now. Should also say, check my equipment. I have wooden sword and common clothes. Well, I don't want to fight anything. One sec. Undo. Still want him there. Oh, I know. So he's there, but we're going to copy. Paste. Delete. So that way it looks like there's a shop dude there. And then hit save. That should work. Oh, oops. We need money if we're gonna buy anything, don't we? So, and that tells me I already got the savings. And then, so it would cost all my money, but then we could go here, optimize, ta-da! And we bought some stuff, because we had money. Again, that's pretty simple. Might change his stall up a little bit. just need that little bit to go further. Actually need the stall to be bigger to fit the dude inside. Where he's not like standing on top of it. Or maybe we just don't put the center part there. That looks weird. Save. For now, anyways. So, that's simple stuff, how you set up that kind of stuff. You can set up more states if you want more states, but I think there are plenty here. Like dead, you would just go rename, you would name it. You would essentially go here, you would name it something, you'd give it an icon, you put whatever restriction it is. So like, this cannot move, priority 100, SV motion dead, overlay none. This is, you know, what it's saying. State 1 will be added when HP is at 0. This means they get no experience if they're dead. Guarding, immortal, poison, and so forth, but I think it has plenty of that. Animations, you can go through and look at them, you can alter them how you please. We've already gone over tile sets. Common events is normally where I'd put like credits, so like I would name this credits, and then I would go in here and I would put show text, credits, do story, and then you can have this play at like the end of a demo or at the end of a end of the game. You have it run this common event when the game is over. We've already gone over the system 1 and system 2. You can of course change which the image is. If you have different images, you can change that. Types, so it has all the different elements, skill types, weapon types, armor types, equipment types. So if you want to get more detail with maybe the equipment types instead of just weapon, shield, head, body, accessory, maybe you want legs, maybe you want feet, maybe you want arms, maybe you want hands, and you could put all of that in. For instance, if you don't like general armor, you like light, medium, heavy, and no general, you could get rid of general. Magic armor, shield, small shield, large shield, maybe you want medium shields as well, so you could put that in. But that's generally everything. Plugins don't have... There's alternate menu screen, alternate save screen, button, and text picture. These automatically come in. To put in... Okay, so I'm just gonna go to my File Explorer. Actually, I'll do plugins in another video of how to import them and set them up. But this is just general database. We set up some weapons, some armor, and how to go about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.